let's do a react then, shall we, chat? Should we watch? Actually, I want to watch this one because it's short and someone specifically recommended me it. Usually I get sent videos that are just generally just like top 10 whatever Megalodon thing, blah, blah, blah. And that's how I find these videos because it's really easy to search those on Google and find videos related to the Megalodon that are just bad or poorly made or so forth. And then it's easy to get on those. But someone specifically recommended me this one, which is the Broughton Island incident. Was it a Megalodon? Which probably isn't something that I would have normally watched if it wasn't specifically recommended to me. Because who knows? Maybe it is just debunking it. But the fact that someone recommended it to me probably means that there's a dumb explanation here. So,
despite occurring over 100 years ago, the incident continues to fuel speculation over whether the Megalodon is actually extinct.
Okay, so 100 years ago, on an unknown date, a fisherman interacted with a shark, and we still don't know if it was a Megalodon. Okay, I got it. I'm with the story. I'm not going to be skeptical yet. I'm with it.
Port Stephens is a large natural harbour located in the state of New South Wales.
Why is he talking
on
like
Australia's
this?
east coast, and is today a popular tourism and retirement destination.
There was no reason to pause there. Tourism and retirement destination. He's just pausing to try and sound extra badass. Sounds like bad ASMR. Yeah, it's basically bad ASMR. He sounds legit. No, you can't just trust people because they talk in a deep, calm voice. His cadence makes no sense.
Fishing and recreational boating, and of course, swimming. However,
why the long pause? This is like a kid giving his like presentation in a high school class, and he's like waiting for the PowerPoint slide because he put an unnecessarily long transition to the next slide, and he's just sitting there in silence waiting for it to transition so he can start. Yeah, his mic popping really does take away from the creepy effect, huh? Forgot to edit out his sentence breaks. I think the sentence breaks are on purpose for drama. I just need to be clear here. Even if this is a real Megalodon encounter that actually happened, why the creepy music? What's creepy about that? Okay, a shark we thought was extinct isn't extinct. Why is this being read like it's an SCP, like copy pasta from 2008 that I'm watching under the blanket in bed and I'm going to have nightmares? I don't understand why it has to be like this.
That the fishermen of Port Stephens found themselves in the midst of some terrifying and unwelcome company.
You can't show that image. That's not a good image. Oh, that's such a funny image to use. After how serious the man is being and all of the things. Oh my god, it's this fucking guy again? How many times am I going to hear about this guy?
In the year 1918, I recorded the sensation that had been caused among the outside crayfish men at Port Stephens when for several days they refused to go to sea to their regular fishing grounds.
Someone made a good point on this. So basically his point is that there were a bunch of cray fishermen who saw a Megalodon, even though they never said that because they didn't know what the fuck a Megalodon was, and refused to go fishing for a while. It's like they're cray fishermen, like maybe they don't come across big sharks very often. I mean, any big shark would probably scare the shit out of them. A whale shark, a basking shark would scare the shit out of them. A white shark would scare the shit out of them. Yeah, like there doesn't need to be a Megalodon to scare people. Humans are pretty scared of sharks naturally. Like just big predator in water.
When an immense shark of almost unbelievable proportions put in an appearance, lifting pot after pot containing many crayfishes and taking, as the men said, pots, mooring lines, and all.
Okay, just a tip, if you're going to say words that have a P in them and you don't want your mic to pop, just talk away from the mic so that when you say pop, 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 you don't want your mic to pop. You just face away from the microphone so that your mic doesn't pop. It's very nice. Very easy trick for you for the future. You don't have to fucking swallow your mic while you're doing this. The Megalodon was living in the book. Or use a pop filter. I have a pop filter on. I have a pop filter. Pop, pop, pop. You can still get pops. face away from the mic a little bit, bro.
These crayfish pots, it should be mentioned, were about 3 feet 6 inches in diameter and frequently contained from 2 to 3 dozen good-sized crayfish, each weighing several pounds. The men were all unanimous that this shark was something the like of which they had never dreamed of.
Okay. A bunch of dudes in the 1918s, a shark they had never dreamed of. I wouldn't immediately go to, oh yeah, it must be a gigantic extinct shark. I'd be like, oh, okay. They saw one of the large species of sharks, and they hadn't seen that. Most people go through their lives without ever seeing a big shark. So, of course, a big shark is going to be scary.
But the lengths they gave were, on the whole, absurd. I mention them, however, as an indication of the state of mind which this unusual giant had thrown them into. And bear in mind...
Yeah, aren't these the fishermen that supposedly said, like, 100 meters or something ridiculous like that? Like, larger than any creature has ever been? I feel like I remember when I've been recanted this story in past videos that they said some ridiculously large number that made no sense, which kind of invalidates their entire point.
Were men who were used to the sea, and also
if they said a number that was within the Megalodon range but not within the great shark range, then there actually might be some credibility to their story. But they said some ridiculously large number.
Others said it was as long as the wharf on which we stood, about 150
Yeah, 300 feet long, 100 meters. Ridiculous.
feet. They affirmed that the water boiled over a large space when the fish swam past. But these were prosaic and rather stolid men, not given to fish stories or even talking about.
Imagine using a word that you have to put the definition of. In the middle of a creepy pasta video, you're going to purposefully use a complex word that people wouldn't know so that you can put it on the screen. This just ruined my immersion. Even if I was scared, now I'm fucking back in high school English class. What have you done?
One of the things that impressed me was that they all agreed as to the ghostly whitish color of the vast fish.
That impressed you? They all gave completely different measurements and size estimates, but they all said it was the same color, so it must be real.
Into such a state of fear and panic.
Stop popping on the mic, please.
According to the book, a ship cruising the reef developed engine trouble and was forced to weigh anchor in order to make repairs. While repairs were underway, the captain and crew watched in shock as a gigantic shark swam slowly and menacingly past them.
Oh, is this the one where they're like, the shark had a blocky head and white spots on it? Everyone's like, yeah, that's a whale shark. You saw a whale shark.
It's alleged that the shark was comparable in length to their ship, which measured 85 feet long.
Does Megalodon still haunt the waters off the Australian coast? You be the judge. Wow. You know, really makes you think. What a lovely video. Thank you for the recommendation to whoever put that in the Discord. What do you think, chat? Are they claiming it's a ghost Meg? I think not. I hope not. I hope they're not claiming it's a ghost Megalodon. I didn't get that vibe.
Whoa!